One of these days I'm going to exhaust myself dancing for that, but today is not that day, fortunately. Welcome, everybody, to the Greg Cherry Show. Alongside, of course, the West Coast professor, Jeff Meacham. I am Greg Cherry. Yeah, I kind of dropped the whole gimmick of doing the ridiculous names, but it's fine. We got a whole bunch of stuff to talk about today. Some of it we honestly don't want to, but we gotta. It is what it is. But
I actually wore that shirt yesterday, and it was very apropos.
Yeah. On today's show, as we always do, American football and wrestling talk.
America, as opposed to Canadian or
I'd rather talk about Canadian football. I mean, I'd rather would at this point. I don't even know if the CFL is going right now.
Hell, call Dwayne up. We'll see if we can get some contacts. Let's make it happen.
Yeah. Is the CFL running at the moment, or is their season over?
I've got no friggin' idea, to be honest with you. Okay. But, it's funny. I have a funny Dwayne story when we get into wrestling stuff later. So.
Oh, well, there you go.
Remind me.
Because, of course, The Rock did play in the CFL for a little bit.
He did, but yeah, it actually has nothing to do with that. But anyway.
Post-college, post being a part of the convicts team. We're going to Weird Law Wednesday, talking about the weird laws of Minnesota. And we're hitting up the Wednesday Q&A. Jeff, let's get it over with.
Yeah, it kind of, yeah. I'll go and start while Greg continues to sigh his way through what he's going to say. So the Cowboys are out. They weren't officially out to the very end, but they were out in week 2. Let's be honest. Pittsburgh got screwed by Baltimore and just kept getting, screwed every which way a Sunday. Literally.
And you know what? I will interject here, not to interrupt, but I will interject that the Ravens, I believe, screwed the Steelers for the rest of the season.
Oh, very much so.
Because they delayed that game.
Yep.
During that game, Bud Dupree got injured, who was one of our star defensive players, and the defense was never the same after that.
No. Won one game since then.
The Ravens are still in the playoffs. I mean, they basically got off scot-free for screwing around and not following protocol. So good on you, NFL.
Yeah. And let's not overlook the fact that Denver had to play with no friggin' quarterback in the same time frame that the Ravens got to, dick around for 5 extra days. That's bullshit.
Yeah. The Ravens are becoming the new Patriots, but
oh, wow. Yeah. And you know what? I saw that, when Belichick and his, minions, went down and scored less than 10 points that game. I'm like, can we just play taps on his career now and make him go away forever? Can we just do that? That'd be neato. Anyway, so Dallas is out. Steelers are officially out now as of Sunday. Or Saturday, whenever you guys play, for what day you guys played. And college-wise, Notre Dame did not get by in their postseason match, and Ohio State came up against a friggin' juggernaut.
You know what? Everybody gave crap to Notre Dame for losing 31-14 against Alabama.
Yeah.
Where is the crap for Ohio State losing 52-24?
Yeah, they got rolled over, man. And you know what? I was hesitant to do it, but I sent a message to Conrad. I was like, man, I having my family come from where we came from, I should be spitting stuff your way. But goddamn, mad respect. Holy crap. Like, I want to hate on Alabama so bad, and I just can't because they're just dominant. It's ridiculous.
I can't. It's annoying, is what it is.
It's annoying as hell, but at the same time, it's like, you know what? They're just so good. It's like the Patriots, but they're not cheating. They're actually legitimately good athletes. They've got great coaches. They've had great coaches down there for how many years now? I had my dad tell me, well, they're, these kids are talented. It's like, yeah, the kids are talented, but they've been winning for more than 4 years. So they've had kids rotate in and out, and they keep freaking winning. Ridiculous.
Now, did Devonta Smith, did he declare for the NFL?
I believe he did.
Okay, so somebody will scoop him up.
Oh yeah, without question.
Early, like the Steelers won't get a chance to get him, but that's fine. I mean, the Steelers. Here's the thing: the Steelers' wide receiver core isn't bad. I mean, I love Chase Claypool, of course. Being a Notre Dame guy. Deontay Johnson, when he doesn't have a case of the dropsies, is actually a solid wide receiver.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Juju, I mean, say what you will about Juju Smith-Schuster. When he's not focused on dancing, he's a good wide receiver. Right. Eric Ebron, I believe, did better than he did in previous teams.
Right.
It
was just very much a rough week for the core of us, myself, yourself, Big G, in football. It was rough. It was a rough day.
And the fact that the fumble turned into a Browns touchdown happened on the very first play of scrimmage. Yeah. I was like, it's over already.
Yeah, right.
I mean, how do you recover from a mistake on the very first play?
Yeah, whoops. Sorry about that. Hang on a sec. I don't know why I'm in there. I shouldn't be.
I was like, it's Big G making a surprise appearance.
Oh, for some reason, Big G has my avatar, which is weird.
Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you, Big G, but your avatar is me for some reason.
I don't know. I have the camera off right now.
Well, obviously, but for some reason we're seeing good old JM's Pennsylvania shirt, which is fine. Buy the shirt.
It makes it like a call-in show. It's cool. What's up, Big G?
There, that's it.
What's going on, guys?
We're just talking about the woes of college and professional football here for the three of us last week or so.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you. If you guys didn't watch my show yesterday, I talked about it too. I'm just, like you said, we had a good wide receiver core, Greg, but I think it's time for Ben to hang it up, honestly.
But here's my problem. Like, if you take the first quarter out of that game, the Steelers outscored the Browns 37-20.
Yep.
Yeah, we did.
Like, if they wouldn't have had such a disastrous showing in the first quarter, the Steelers could have brought it closer or even won that game, but they weren't. Yeah. There is no excuse for the slow starts, and I know they've had slow starts before.
Yeah.
But my gosh, they were moving so slow they were going backwards. It was that bad.
Yeah.
What I was thinking, why didn't we go on it 4th and 1 when we had the ball?
I don't know that decision. I don't know who made that call, whether that was a Fiechner call, which if it was a Fiechner call, I mean, I've been yelling at that guy even when we were still undefeated that he was an abysmal, he was an abysmal offensive coordinator. I don't know why he even still has a job. Like, I'm surprised. I've seen firings over the last couple days. The fact that he's not among them is very concerning to me.
Yeah.
Now, if Ben hangs it up, I'm sure he's going to be gone too, because, I mean, what quarterback would want to match up with his offensive, quote-unquote, style?
Yeah. I think Pouncey might be done too this year.
I've heard that rumor. Yeah.
I mean, if he goes, Ben's going to go. They've been together for almost 10 years, and I'm sure you saw after the game, Ben was in tears too, sitting on the bench, and, Juju came up to him, Deontay, Marquise, and Ben. I don't know how true this is, but Ben said, the only reason why I'm still here is because you're here. So we'll see.
It brings back memories of the AFC Championship. I hate to bring up a Patriots win in 2004 when Hines Ward was very upset because he had never been to a Super Bowl, and. Or maybe it was Bettis, either one. And Hines Ward promised Jerome that we were going to get you to the Super Bowl next year and we're going to win it. And lo and behold, they did.
Yeah, I think that was Bettis because it was in Detroit.
Yeah. It was a big deal, especially for Bettis to be in his hometown and win the Super Bowl. So I don't know where Super Bowl 56 is going to be, but
I don't know.
If we get our COVID shit together, it's going to be here.
Oh.
There you go. I would love to see 57 in Pittsburgh for Heinz 57.
Tremendous reference. I love that.
Yes, but I it's very hard to process, especially a playoff loss to the Browns, which has never happened before.
No, not since 2003. I want to say
two.
Okay,
two.
And they played each other. They played each other in the 90s too in the playoffs, and
yeah,
I know, Colin.
Well, no, I was just pointing out that too because Colin mentioned the other day, I think it was on my show or whatever, that he was a freshman in high school the last time the Browns won a playoff game. So
yeah, he mentioned that yesterday too when I was talking about it.
There you go. So
is he older than I think?
Right.
Because like the last time they were in a playoff game, like not that they won, but the last time that they were in a playoff game, I was a sophomore in high school.
Put it this way. The last time the Browns won a playoff game, Extreme Mayhem was barely a couple months old.
I was in 8th grade in 2002.
Okay, you are kicked off on account of child. Get the hell out of here with that crap. Grief.
But it's I don't know.
And Anthony makes a good point that I forgot about. They did build the stadium out there in Vegas, so they're probably going to have Super Bowls here and there in the next couple of years because they're nice and shiny and pretty right now. So
lame.
Yeah. I agree, it's lame. I'm not denying that, but
There you go. I figured the last time they won a playoff game was in the 90s.
I could have sworn it said one on the TV stat, but obviously I misread that or
because they played the Steelers in the wild card in 2002, and the Steelers were actually down in that game too and came back to win.
Yeah.
But there you go.
Yes, Big G is a baby compared to Jeff and Greg. No kidding. Good Lord, man.
Yeah, I'm 30. I'll be 33 this April. So.
Okay, so you and Colin are the same age.
Yeah, you're actually only a year younger than me, so.
Okay, I don't feel as bad anymore.
I'll be 38 in less than 2 months, so I'm the old man of the group today, and that's okay. I'm all right with that.
But it's the fact that my teams have not won a game in 2021 because Notre Dame's game was on January 1st, and then the Steelers lost to the Browns twice this year.
Yeah.
I don't even remember the last time they lost to the Browns twice.
Yeah,
it had to have been before the Browns came back into the league in '99.
Rebooted, yeah, exactly. It has to be.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe
I want to
not.
say 90. I have to look, but I'm thinking maybe 94 with Belichick was still coach. I'm not too sure.
That's possible.
Belichick coaching who?
The Browns.
The Browns.
Oh God. Ugh. Oh, I'm sorry. I hate him so much. I know it's not good to hate. I'm sorry, whatever, but I can't stand his ass. Oh, God.
So now I'm gonna make a quick prediction here. I'm gonna call it Bills Packers Super Bowl with the Bills winning the Super Bowl this year.
I would be okay. I would love to watch that game, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, Mikey.
I get to watch the Super Bowl because the Patriots aren't in it. So there's that.
Finally.
Like they got to sit at home. It's like, yeah, the Steelers lost in the playoffs, but at least they made the playoffs. So
yeah,
playoffs.
Mikey went 6 for 6 this weekend, and he's calling Rams and Cleveland in the Super Bowl. Yeah. So we'll see.
I wouldn't be opposed to that either.
My only thing with that is if it's LA and Cleveland in the Super Bowl, it's going to be ugly within the group because I'm in LA and a lot of y'all are in Cleveland. So
I could see. I'm going to call it this weekend. Let's look at, since we're talking about it, let's look at the playoff picture right now. I want to see all the games to make sure I get them all.
I actually have that. Stand by, Greg. I got it. Give me a second here.
You don't need to. I got all the playoff games in my head already.
Okay, well, list them off, Big G. We'll do quick predictions.
Well, no, but I have the bracket as a picture, so just give me a second here.
Okay, go ahead, Jeff. Go ahead.
I'm trying to be professional here. You guys are screwing me up here.
Well, it's because I talked about it yesterday on my show too. I made quick picks, but
as we did with Mikey's show. So where the hell did it go?
Yeah.
I know I had it in here. Oh, I know.
It's funny.
We're very coordinated here on the Greg Cherry Show. Clearly,
We're
It's
live,
very
pal.
funny.
we are live.
You have in both divisions. You have the number 1 seed going a number 6 seed, and then you have the number 2 seed going a number 5 seed.
Yeah, it's
In both
funny.
divisions.
Once they reseeded, it kind of just fell into place like that. It was really weird.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know what? I thought I had it in here. Obviously, I don't. So I'm talking out of my ass. What a surprise. Okay. Well, there's the NHL season play. I have that. I have that, but not that. Where the hell did the NFL one go? I know I had it in here yesterday during Mikey's show. Right? Okay. Let's see here. Oh, you know what? I know where it is. I know exactly where it is. I don't have it in here anymore because I took it out. But if I may be permitted to... Where'd it go? Okay. I'm going to switch brands real quick here. So just give me 1 second. Yellow configuration. Sorry about that. We're not in Southwest Sports Bar, but just give me a second here.
All right. I have it pulled up, Jeff. I got the matches.
Well, you're no fun.
Well, that's me. I'm no fun.
Go ahead, Greg.
Plus you got the wrong graphic up now that you switched
I'm
brands.
working on it. Jesus. There we go. There it is. Ah, there it is.
All right, there we go. Okay, so let's hit the AFC first. Ravens versus the Bills. Quick picks. Big G. Give me a score
I
too.
picked the Bills to beat the Ravens.
What's the final?
Oh, geez. 27-24.
That'll be a close game. All right, Jeff. Bills on the Ravens.
I don't want to pick Baltimore, but it's kind of hard to pick against them right now. They seem to have luck on their side here, so I will go with Baltimore 24-17.
All right, I'm gonna go with the Bills over Baltimore 31-21. All right. So next up in the AFC, we got the Browns against the Chiefs. Jeff, I'll start with you.
Mikey seems to think it's going to be an upset. I don't. I think Kansas City is going to send Cleveland packing. I'll say it's going to be double. I don't know. God, if I had to do the exact score, I'll say 42-20, 28.
High scoring game. Big G.
I think so.
Browns Chiefs.
Well, yesterday I picked the Browns to beat the Chiefs, but now that I think about it, I'm going to go with the Chiefs to beat Cleveland. I'm going to go 38-20.
I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to pick the upset. I'm picking the Browns over the Chiefs, and the final score there is going to be 28-27. Like it's going to be that close.
Okay.
A 1-point win, still a win. All right. In the NFC, Tampa Bay versus the Saints. Brady versus Breeze for the first time ever in the playoffs. Whatever. Big G.
I'm picking the Saints to beat the Buccaneers. I'm going to go. It's going to be a shootout. I'm going to go 45-40.
Wow. Jeff, Saints, Buccaneers.
I actually had the same score written down here in front of me. I swear to God. And
Are you serious?
It's right here. But I'm going to say Tampa wins.
Oh, you're saying the other way. Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to say it's going to be a tie. No, because that can't happen.
Lies.
Yeah, I know there's no ties in the playoffs.
That's right.
I'm going to pick the Saints against the Buccaneers. I'm not going to say it's that high scoring. I'm going to say 35-27. Saints. All right. And then lastly, we got the Rams against the Packers. Jeff.
I'm going Rams, baby. LA all the way. And I'll say it's 30. It's going to be close. It's going to be 28-21 Rams.
Big
G, Packers and Rams.
I'm going with Packers to beat the Rams. Let's go 28-24.
I'm going to say that the Packers are going to wipe the floor with the Rams. I'm going 35-17.
I guess.
Okay.
I mean, I have to.
Yeah, the Rams didn't play that well against Seattle.
No, they didn't.
They still beat them. Like that's what matters.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
So those are our predictions. We'll do the conference championships next week.
All right.
We'll do Super Bowl predictions the week before the Super Bowl, like the Wednesday before the Super Bowl, and because we do it the week like immediately after the conference championships. But let's face it, that's Rumble weekend. That's what matters.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
getting into wrestling. Drew McIntyre tested positive for COVID. He says he doesn't have any symptoms, so he'll probably easily be back for the Rumble. This is going to be, I don't know. It pains me to think that this won't be as special of a Rumble because of any year for it to be this way. Like it had to have been the Rumble after Pat Patterson passed. Like, because I know they would want to do something to make his match feel special, but I don't know if they're going to be able to do it, and it's frustrating because all of us here love the Rumble. If you want to see, and this is going to be a cheap plug for me, if you want to see the Royal Rumble definitive match rankings, go to the Greg Cherry brand. It is exclusive to there. I have the first 2 videos up. 47 through 41 and 40 through 31. I include the televised matches as well because those are technically Royal Rumble rules matches. So go check those out. I put part 2 up yesterday. Part 3 will probably be coming out Sunday.
Okay.
So I will get that up. I will have all 5 parts up before the Rumble, and then I might do a 6th part just to update it with this year's Rumble matches.
And another cheap plug, tomorrow on the Greg Cherry brand and the Jeff Meacham Network, Greg and I are going to be watching the 2000 Royal Rumble. So there you go.
Which I don't believe has come up in my rankings yet. I can't remember offhand.
I know if it's good or bad.
Yeah.
Which Rumble are you guys watching?
2000. I don't believe it's come up in my rankings yet. I'm confused with which ones I've edited already and which ones I'm in the process of editing. It's a lot of numbers to go through, guys. So
for sure.
bear with me that I can't remember my list off the top of my head, even though I remember a lot of wrestling stuff off the top of my head. But
yeah, if I may put Kobe's comment up here because I do want to address this. Drew McIntyre says social distance, yet they're promoting the Rumble match. Let me just say this, and I'm not going to get into details and get myself or anybody in trouble. One of 2 things is happening. Either Drew is not really positive and they're using this for PSA purposes, or there's something shadier going on that even I don't even know about yet. And either way, I don't like what's happening. I'm convinced he didn't have a positive test. I am convinced of it. Take it for what it's worth.
I don't know.
I don't either.
Everything's a work.
Because so many people have tested positive for COVID in WWE. Why are they mentioning Drew McIntyre but not anybody else?
Yeah,
because he's the guy. He's the WWE champion, so it feels like you have to.
Okay, but to not to quote my own shirt that we still don't have for sale on anything but the damn Pros and T store. But here's the thing: if he is indeed positive and he got tested Sunday or found out Sunday that he was positive, that gives him roughly 3 weeks to completely clear it out of his system and be ready to get into a fight with a 50-something-year-old man who shouldn't be in the ring with him that might kill him because he's a spaz. Ask Bret Hart. And he may still have COVID, because according to Big Dave up there in NorCal, he's now feeling symptoms. So it's a work. I'm telling you, it's a friggin' work. The whole thing.
I think it is.
We can only hope that Goldberg goes for a spear and Drew claymores his head off.
Oh my God, that'd be so amazing.
I want Goldberg to go for a spear and Drew to just step aside and have Goldberg spear the post again like he did against Dallas, but then go through it this time and really break his shoulder in 3.
Yeah, but he did that against Taker and then nearly freaking concussed him. So
Right.
But I don't want him to pick Drew up after he spears the pole. I want him to knock himself silly and just go away forever, please. Him and his phony ass streak, inflated streak at that. I proved that shit yesterday.
We talked about that. It's. I don't know why they would feel the need to.
That's all I'm gonna say about that. And Bischoff.
I don't know why they would feel the need to inflate that. I mean, they didn't. Okay, question. I want you to do the research on this, Jeff.
Okay.
What is Asuka's win streak?
Right, exactly.
Like, I want you to actually crunch the numbers and see if it actually surpassed Goldberg. I feel like it did.
Okay, well,
I think it did.
Okay, well, I know it did because they claimed that she surpassed the inflated streak. His actual number was 150 something, and he had 4 no contests as well before he dropped the title to Nash.
Yeah.
So she definitely passed it for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder what that actual number is. JB3, who is actually, for those who don't know, providing all the skip questions for the tournament, says, Greg, that series you're doing is legit, brother. Thank you. It took a lot of work to actually like sit down and like almost confine myself to just watching Rumble matches, which is not really tough for me to do, but for it to be my sole focus, that all I'm looking at is the Rumble matches and like studying them and detailing them for everything that they're worth. Yeah, it was a lot of work and putting the list together and like making sure that I didn't like use my bias towards certain matches, which when you see the list, you'll be surprised. And so was I of where certain matches ended up, because it's like, man, I really like this match, but it turns out it wasn't that good.
Right.
Yeah.
It's frustrating. A lot of the matches I did like ended up ranking higher, which we'll get into that once my list is complete. But
and as far as JB3 being the skip question supplier, I'm not going to spoil anything for Friday's match, which the triple threat's this Friday, kids. Let's not forget that.
Triple threat is this Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern.
And I'm pretty sure I said this during the recording, but JB3, you're son of a bitch. I'm just throwing it out there right now.
Oh my God.
He's got some stumpers. I mean, he's got questions that even I wouldn't get. Thankfully I don't have to answer.
Annoyed with the questioning of the whole thing. And the whole thing was a freaking.
He's got some good ones in there.
And you know, I'm looking forward to watching the rest of the tournament and see how things play out as I go forward and everything, because the questions we got already were crazy. I don't even want to know what the hell's coming next.
Oh yes, Craig Cherry level questions. And I wrote all of them myself. I didn't get any help other than the skips. It was all me. So
you have to say, don't be scared. Yeah, be scared. Be royally scared.
If you guys hate the questions, too bad. Because let me put it to you this way: I've recorded 3 matches so far.
Yes.
Oh wow.
And I'm doing 2 more this week. I'm doing one tomorrow, and I'm doing one Friday.
Friday,
Friday I'm recording the one with Adam Blampier.
Oh, there you go.
So these questions, yes, are more difficult than you might expect from like Aaron Rift questions. And last tournament, I kind of steered away from my questions and got into easier questions. This tournament, I'm like, you know what? If you guys don't get it, you're not going to beat me. Like the entire purpose of this tournament, honestly, I am begging somebody to beat me in this tournament. I hit my 1,000 days. I did what I had to do. Honestly, now I'm like, listen, I'm doing this not to like put myself over. I'm doing this to see, can anybody in the world actually beat me at this? So far as WTC is concerned, besides Jeff, nobody has.
No. That's crazy.
So
is it going to be every 2 weeks again?
No, it's actually going to be every week, because if we went every other week, we'd end up finishing the tournament in like July.
Okay. But it's going to be on Thursdays, except for this week, because we already have set for Friday. But starting next week, it's going to be on Thursday. The No DQ review is going to lead into it.
No, WPC is going to lead into the review.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah, it's the other way around. Yeah, WTC will be airing at 6 o'clock on Thursdays next week. And we will be the lead-in, like the post-show will be the lead-in to the review.
Got it.
So we will definitely be time constrained as far as the post-shows go, because it's like, hey, 7 o'clock, we got to be off the air. Period. Right. End. I don't care if you're in the middle of a sentence. We're off the air.
Random question, because I have a dad's replay. I'm so sorry. Renegades Reviews replay to play after the Triple Threat airs. Are we doing a post-game show Friday?
Yeah, we're still doing the post game. Unfortunately, we don't have any constraints as far as that goes because.
I don't mind that, because the thing is, Renegades is premiering at 7, but I don't think if we start at 6, we'll have to worry about that. If I remember correctly, I don't remember how long it went, but I think we'll be okay.
Yeah. See, I thought you had talked about doing like the Dads or the Renegades thing tomorrow. And that's why we're airing on Friday.
Dads is going to be tomorrow, the anniversary, yes. But the Renegade replays are always going to be on Fridays, every other Friday.
Gotcha.
Opposite of the only reason we're doing the Dad special tomorrow is because that's the actual anniversary of the show.
Gotcha. All right. Well, that's enough about football and wrestling for the time being. We'll get into your guys' questions here in just a little bit. So send in your questions that you want us to answer. We'll get through those real quick. We're trying to have a short show today. Very much like Chris Ross says, it's going to be a short video today. And it ends up being like an hour and a half. But here we go. We're going to get into some weird laws. Talking about some weird laws from the state of Minnesota. Oh, you're in Minnesota.
First game tomorrow.
There you go.
Minnesota Wild, baby.
So,
let's go.
Without further ado, let's get into these weird laws. First of all, in Minnesota, it's illegal to tease skunks.
That would explain the clientele of the Wild games. Anyway,
damn.
I said what I said.
Okay. I mean, I'm not as much into. Jeff is clearly more the hockey person than I am, so
yeah,
and that's okay.
Yeah, it's more than okay. Let's see what else here. Women may face up to 30 days in jail if they impersonate Santa Claus.
What?
Too easy. Especially in Minnesota.
Yeah, where it snows all year.
Right.
It is illegal to stand around any building without a good reason to be there. That's just called loitering.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Loitering is usually illegal in most places.
Yeah, that's a long way to go to say no loitering.
Well, they just want to make sure that people are actually going into the arena to watch the game and not just stay out there trying to get free tickets because they can't get anybody in the building. So that's it.
Yeah. It is illegal to sleep naked.
No, that's it. Well, you know what? It's probably illegal to sleep naked because it's colder than heck out there. So they don't want people.
I mean, I guess there's always the body heat thing. If two people are
right. Yeah.
But in that same breath, oral sex is prohibited in Minnesota.
Well, I'm not going to Minnesota. Clearly,
yeah. I ain't going to Minnesota.
Nah, sorry, Minnesota. You're not driving through there.
That's it. That's why the Kings are playing the home game against them, not going the other way. That's it. See?
I don't know why this is a law from Minnesota.
Uh-oh.
Citizens may not enter Wisconsin with a chicken on their head. Is there some like weird part of the Green Bay and Vikings rivalry that I'm not aware of?
I don't know.
I mean, that's NFC stuff, Jeff. You're gonna have to let us know because you're in that conference. The Cowboys are in the NFC. I don't know what kind of weird stuff you come up with in your rivalries over in the NFC.
NFC East is shit. It doesn't mean the freaking NFC North is my jurisdiction. That's
okay.
That's Mikey's roommate's department.
All bathtubs must have feet. So they all got to be the clawfoot ones. Those are a pain in the butt.
We've had that. We've had that one come up before in another state this year, or last year, but this season, whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
That's so weird.
In St. Cloud, Minnesota, Marshall Erickson. Yeah. Hamburgers may not be eaten on Sundays. That's a terrible law. How dare you? What do you
okay.
freaking have for Vikings games?
I was gonna say, are they out there tailgating, just having hot dogs and bratwurst and whatnot? No hamburgers? That's bullshit.
What about cheeseburgers? Do they count?
Well, I would think so because they've got the basic formula with the burger in it. So I would think so.
Yeah. Damn you, St. Cloud, Minnesota.
That's right.
Okay. Good luck trying to figure out this one.
Oh boy.
In Cottage Grove, Minnesota.
First of all, the name's enough.
Yeah. Residents of even-numbered addresses may not water their plants on odd-numbered days, excluding the 31st day where it applies.
What?
All right.
I'm scratching my head on that.
So if I live here, carry the 2. What?
Okay. You know, earlier today I requested to everybody out there that follows me on Twitter to pray that Sean Morley regains his sanity or he leaves Twitter once and for all. In that same vein, I'd like to please request the lawmakers of Minnesota, don't make laws when your brains are frozen solid from the snow. Come on, y'all.
Oh boy.
Thanks.
In Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Okay.
Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Yeah. Red cars may not drive down Lake Street.
Okay.
That's why Hogan didn't bring the Viper to Nitro. Got it.
Also in Minneapolis, double parkers can be put on a chain gang.
Double parkers. Oh, okay. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. They should be. Jerks.
Oh my
I think they mean in Minneapolis because it just says in Minnesota. It's the law to keep your car clean. It's considered a public nuisance for a truck or other vehicle whose wheels or tires deposit mud, dirt, sticky substances, litter, or other material on any street or highway. Failure to keep your wheels spick and span here could cost you up to $2,000.
All right, well, there you go.
Crazy. Oh, there I am.
There he is.
He's sideways, but there he is. Hey, there we go. Hey.
Hey. Ho. I don't know if I want to find out.
Hey, boo-boo. Kobe Talk says, Greg, I'm looking forward to see where the 2020 Rumble match places. You've got Brock Lesnar eliminating half the Rumble, Keith Lee and Lesnar, Edge returns, Ray at RKO reunion, and Drew McIntyre wins. Yeah. Check it out. It may be on the next one coming out. It may be on the top 20, or it might be in the top 10. We will see. I'm not going to give anything away, but I guess I did give anything away if you haven't seen the first 2. Yeah, it's not in the lower 17. I'll tell you that much.
There you
go. Do check out the Greg Cherry definitive Royal Rumble match rankings over on the Greg Cherry brand. Go do that after this show, and we'll be good to go. Also it says Minnesota again, but I think they mean Minneapolis. Placing tax on a sidewalk is considered a public nuisance.
Taxes in like thumbtacks?
I'm guessing.
That's just mean, first of all.
Yeah. Did ECW ever run Minneapolis?
Yes.
Oh.
Jerry Lynn won the world title in St. Paul.
Oh, well, there you go. So no hardcore matches on sidewalks in Minneapolis.
That was a trivia question earlier in the season, and I screwed it up and got it wrong. So there you go.
Any person who persuades another to enter a massage therapist business after 11 p.m. is guilty of a misdemeanor.
In fact, it should be. If you can't roll sex, what's the point of going to the massage class at 11 o'clock? I mean, for real. So,
pretty much.
Yeah. I'm just saying, kids.
Is that all the good ones?
Those are good ones?
Let's see. A person may not cross state lines with a duck atop his head.
Do not wear poultry leaving Minnesota. You heard it here first on the Greg Cherry Show.
Damn it, I can't go quack, quack, quack. Damn.
Well, you know what the thing is? If the Ducks go play the Wild, you don't want to wear them anyway because they're going to lose one out of there anyway. So.
Yeah, so don't wear the helmets because if they have a duck atop the head, it's illegal in Minnesota.
Well,
And finally in Minnesota, all men driving motorcycles must wear shirts.
Yes,
I think
please.
you're doing everybody a favor with that one. That one's
Because
all right.
if you're in Minnesota, they're probably going to Sturgis, and those guys are not pretty anyway. It's just
Nah.
All right.
It's that time.
So now let's get into the Q&A.
Yes.
If it'll let me.
I want to address Elon's
Let
last
me
question.
do my thing. Yeah. There it is. When's the Q&A? We did it. All right. What's the question?
Question is, who do you see winning the Stanley Cup, and who do you see winning MVP if you had to pick? Well, we talked about this yesterday on Seth Boy Sports Bar. The heavy favorite, the odds-on favorite this year is the Colorado Avalanche, believe it or not. So they're looking good. Toronto's in the hunt, which my dad's been saying for 5 years. Just watch Toronto, man, and they've been getting better and better. They actually made the playoffs after that qualifying bullshit they did, last season in the Stanley Cup playoffs. And I've said it every year since they made the finals: do not sleep on Vegas.
Yeah. I'm going to say the Penguins and Sidney Crosby.
Because he has to, because that's what he
just because by design.
And by the way, the very first game of this wacky-ass restructured season, the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Philadelphia Flyers coming up at, I believe, 5:30 Eastern. So there you go. Or maybe Pacific. It's somewhere later today. So, but you guys, the very first game of the year.
There you go.
All right. Elon also asks us our thoughts on the Dusty Classic. Who do we see winning the whole thing?
I talked about it yesterday on my show. I named all the teams and stuff like that, and I picked the final two to be Undisputed Era and Grizzled Young Veterans, and I picked Grizzled Young Veterans to win the whole thing.
I don't think that's possible because they're on the same side of the bracket.
Oh,
are they?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I didn't even look at the bracket.
They announced the bracket this morning, so you couldn't have.
I'm going to be that guy. I'm picking Killian Dane and Drake Maverick to win the whole thing.
Attaboy, Greg. Good for you.
Okay.
I dig it. All right. Elon also asks us our favorite undercard match at the Royal Rumble throughout the last 30, whatever the hell it is now, 31, 30, no.
I mean, it's hard to pick against Sean and Hunter at 04, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
Or the I Quit match in 99, even though a lot of people.
It's hard. See, those two are so in the same vein because they're so bloody and they're so brutal. But mixed match takes it to a whole other level. That match, you and I said this many times, Greg. That match got out of hand. It really did.
Yeah. Also, Edge Ziggler 2011.
Yes, that match, and kind of a special Edge and Shawn Michaels 2005.
That was a good one too.
Yeah.
Really, really underrated one. I liked. I mean, of course, you're talking undercard. It's technically undercard because it's not the Royal Rumble. Benoit Angle for the title in 03. Goodness sakes.
Yeah.
So there was that. Let's see here. All right.
For women's matches, Sasha Ronda.
Oh yeah, easy stuff.
Yeah.
Although no, that was Ashley Mickey, not Trish Mickey. That was a different pay-per-view. Anyway, yeah. I would say the best one's been Sasha Ronda, and again, that's Sasha Banks was Sports Illustrated's top woman wrestler of 2020. So
top wrestler period.
Yeah, the top wrestler period, exactly. So she is she's impressing more and more every week, man. What can I say?
Hey, I've been on the Sasha train since NXT, so
I know.
Hey,
trust me.
I'm some bitch right now, so.
Trust me,
JB3.
I was hesitant to jump cars from Charlotte, but I fully admit I'm on the train, brother.
JB3 wrote Cena versus AJ from 2016 or whatever year.
2017. It would have been.
2017, yeah.
2017.
Debut. So
Because AJ debuted.
yeah.
Which,
by the way, Sunday they're going to talk about that on Untold on the network. So I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be good.
That'll be.
Yeah, I'm not sure
how
what I'm not sure what Tim's asking here. We'll see if we can decode it here. Who do you think the Packers will win the NFC this year? I'm thinking I'm not sure what he's going for here, but first of all, do we think the Packers will win the NFC? It's hard to bet against them going to Super Bowl.
Yeah, the Packers are playing on another level right now. Like it's kind of like one of the. Everybody's focused on like Brady being a part of the Bucs and the matchup with Breeze.
Right.
And the Packers kind of just silently won the NFC North in like dominating fashion and were the number 1 overall seed. It's like nobody's talking about the Packers.
Well, no, because Kansas City was number 1 overall, so everybody's focused on the AFC side.
Yeah, everybody's focused on, oh my goodness, it's the Chiefs. And I bet everybody wants to see, oh, look at this. State Farm's going to love this. It's going to be Chiefs versus the Packers, and it's going to be Mahomes versus Rodgers, and it's going to be the State Farm Super Bowl. And it may happen. I'm not going to say it won't, but
how many rings do the Packers have? Do they have 5 or 4?
They have 4.
They have 4.
Okay.
So even if they win, they'll have 5. They'll still be 1 behind us. That's all I care about. And the Chiefs have 2, I believe.
Yes.
So
yes, because let's just tie more teams with the Cowboys. Let's just keep that train going. Get everybody freaking 5 rings. Shit. Anyway, let's see what we got here. Anthony says, "Well, I have a feeling Lesnar's going to enter the Rumble and win and face Reigns at Mania."
I doubt they go that route.
But you know what though? I'm gonna say something that's gonna shock the hell out of the world right now. I would rather have Brock Lesnar face Roman Reigns than Goldberg face Drew McIntyre.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, but we've already seen Brock and Roman at WrestleMania twice. Granted, roles would be reversed, but
yes. But would they really? Because Paul is going to go back to the dark side with he's going to go. So,
But Roman's just killing it as far as
he really is. And see, that's the thing that's making everybody so mad about the Adam Pearce thing. And we talked about yesterday with Mikey when we gave Adam our stat point a shout out yesterday. We all know Adam's not going to be the Universal Champion after the Rumble. We know that's not going to happen. Okay. But for us, and Greg's up there with me because he got to see Adam defend the title live in person against Corey Graves. Mm-hmm. So when the Scrap Daddy's prodded enough, he will whoop that ass, even if he is 6 years retired. Yeah. Do not bring out the Scrap Daddy. He will get medieval on somebody's ass. He will. So we'll see what happens. I'm trying to see. I don't see any more questions from up above. There's a lot of football comments. Let's see what's down here.
Mike Gonzalez, better match at the Rumble, Rock versus Mankind or Cena versus Umaga? Rock and Mankind.
Well, I actually just watched the 2007 Rumble pay-per-view yesterday. Cena Umaga is grossly underrated.
It's underrated, but it's not better.
Yeah, I mean, it's not better. Okay. For intensity, for emotion, for just raw, guttural, like, oh my God, he's going to die here. Rock and Mankind is above any match, any championship match in Big Four pay-per-view history, I dare say, right? But Cena and Umaga went into that thing as a juggernaut, kind of like Alabama did the other night. Umaga went in there, nobody had touched his ass. And Cena found a way to literally dismantle the ring and keep that big grizzly bear down for the 10 count. I thought that was a great thing. And, of course, John's got to bleed because, if it's a big match, John's got to bleed buckets because that's what John did back then. So, but yes, I think as far as match quality overall, Cena Umaga is better. But Rock and Mankind is just so raw and so just pure emotion. It will never be outdone because both Mick and Dwayne have said it will never nothing like it will ever happen again in the business because it got out of hand, way out of hand. So
this guy experience, who is the best tag team who had like a short title reign in WCW and WWE?
Oh God, there's a lot, like a lot.
Yeah.
Of
Now, does this mean that they only had one brief reign, or they had a brief run among like multiple different reigns? Like,
well, here's where I'm going. I don't recall the Steiners ever having a really, really long reign with either company's championship.
right.
Because when they were first together in WCW, before they went to WWF briefly, they kind of held, they had a cup of coffee with the U.S. tags and the World tags, and then they went to WWF and they kept bouncing back and forth with DiBiase and Shyster. And then when they went back to WCW, they kept going back and forth with Sting and Lex, and then the NWO, and then Scotty Turn, and I would say the Steiners.
Probably a good shout, honestly.
I mean, Lord knows we rag. Oh, I do anyway. I rag on Scott a lot because of how batshit crazy Scotty got later. And Rick Steiner was good to me in person, but I don't know how he is with everybody else. But they were probably the best brother tag team, legitimate brother tag team on the WCW side of things, not named Harlem Heat.
I was gonna say Harlem Heat because I love Harlem Heat, but they did have like I think a 6-month title reign in there somewhere.
Right, and you remember, even if they didn't have a real 10 reigns, it goes long by default.
Yeah.
10 times champion. You're gonna be champions for a while anyway. So.
Yeah, I was so excited to see them inducted into the Hall of Fame 2 years ago.
That was very cool, and I love that Stevie and Booker reconciled to induct Booker in the Hall of Fame, and then put Stevie in there with him later. That was really cool because Harlem Heat was like that one WCW tag team that was just them. Like it wasn't the NWO, which are going to go in whenever they do the 2020 action, but like they were the one holdout team that we know doesn't have beef with the company right now. It's like, come on, man, how are they not in yet? So.
Mm-hmm. All right. I think that's it for questions. Thank you guys very much for watching the show. Jeff and I are getting ready to film Rewind for tomorrow, and then I will be defending.
He's going to his trophy case. Give him a second, kids.
I will be defending the Fan Quizlemania Championship again.
Go. Yeah, baby.
Since I have won the last 2. Still waiting for my trophy for my second one there, Blampier. Get it together. Either that or you're going to send it to once. I need a promo at some point. Maybe while you're getting set up for Rewind, Jeff, I will cut a short promo and send that off to Adam. So it'd be like, hey, listen, here's a little promo you could put into the stream to check it out.
You could always have them not kick the promo and actually put you in the real matches and have you in the real title, but they won't do that either because they're scared. So.
You know what? I think it's coming. I honestly think it's coming. Hey, he follows me on Twitter now. Adam.
I know.
So
I'm just being mean. So
I feel like it's going to happen.
Good. I hope it does.
Like it's going to be the comeuppance. That's this. Yeah. The Fan Quizlemania Championship is nice. But I will be the first person in history to win both the Fan Quizlemania Championship and the Main Quizlemania Championship and solidify myself as the greatest of all time.
Which, by the way, is a shirt on Greg Trey Brand's Teespring store.
It is. I think that's a design I still have up there. Either way.
Know, you took down my damn Ryback designs. I can't find those anywhere.
Okay. So if first of all, I put up a third store for like all my stuff that I've made. So I need to get that up because I just missed it because I don't remember all the shirts I made because I made a shit ton of them. But hey, go to the Greg Cherry Brand store. I need a link tree is what I need. I need
that's a difference.com is his link tree. So Greg,
so
if you want to put the Skippy Flyback one in my store, that's fine. It's fine. I really don't.
Yeah, care. I'll probably do that. I'll put it in the Jeff Meacham Network store. That's fine. I'll do it. I'll do it after I get my promo and whatever. Anyway,
all right.
That's all for the Greg Cherry Show. Follow me on Twitter at Greg Cherry Brand. Instagram, Greg Cherry Brand, youtube.com/Greg Cherry Brand. Hey, if you put Greg Cherry Brand in Google, you'll find me. Eventually, somewhere along the line, you will find me, whether it's YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, whatever the case may be. And also go follow Jeff Meacham on social media @_Jeff Meacham. Big Baller G, your names are too long for me to remember. So you do your own.
NoDQ.com/BigBallerG takes it to my Twitter, NoDQ_BigBallerG1988 on Instagram, and Jeff Hilt on Facebook.
Yeah, that.
And it's not a knock to any of you guys who add me to my personal Facebook. I typically don't accept those, so don't feel bad. It's just how I have it set up. I'm not trying to like be that guy, but it's like, hey, if I don't personally know you or like interact with you on a constant basis due to like shows we do or whatever, odds are you're not going to get it. Don't.
And also,
it's not personal. It's how I am.
And then also just type in Jeff Hilt on YouTube. You'll find my channel there. Once I get a shortened YouTube URL, I'll put that out there as well.
Go subscribe to that. Get him to 500 subscribers so he can get a shorter URL.
Give the man his name, damn it.
Damn it.
All right. But until next Wednesday, when we're finally recovered from the Steelers and Notre Dame not playing football anymore. Which I guess Notre Dame wouldn't have even if they played on Monday. But the Steelers are out. If I drank, I would have drunk myself into a stupor, but
that's okay.
Instead,
Greg,
I stuffed my face with
I have a feeling there's going to be plenty of drinking going on next week's show anyway.
That's very possible. But until next time, for Big Baller G, for Jeff Meacham, I'm, of course, the greatest wrestling trivia mind of all time, Greg Cherry.
Sure.
We will see you next week. We'll actually see you Friday for the Wrestling Trivia Challenge coming back. And we will see you next week right here on the Greg Cherry Show. Take it easy, everybody. And watch the Wrestling Trivia Challenge. It's coming up with Jeff and Chris Cass and David Diaz. Champions. Watch it.
The hardest questions ever.
We're going to talk over the graphic because what do we care? It's our show.
Do we want?
Get the God. Buy a shirt.
Push the damn button, somebody. I'm begging you. Push the button.
All right, everybody shut up. We're done with the show. All right.
Okay, fine. All right, bye.
See you guys later.